Hi guys, it's Mrs. Everly. Today we're gonna be talking about the mood, and you guys, mood is what we talk about is like how you're feeling. Whether that means that you're sad, you're happy, you're jolly. We focus a lot on that. Like, how are you feeling? How are you doing today? But we really need to start thinking about this when we talk about books as well. So asking yourself, how is this book making me feel? How is this author wanting me to feel? Based on what's happening to the characters, how does that affect me as a reader? How does that affect my emotions? And again, you guys, a great book should cause you to have a roller coaster of emotions and experiences. And so it should make you happy, where you're like rooting on your character. You're like, yes, finally. Or you're like, come on, one more bad thing happened to your character. Like where you get really angry. Like a character says something to your character and it really hurts them deep down, or another letdown, you guys. And again, it's that roller coaster where you're happy, you're sad, you might be mad at how your character, what happens to your character or how your character responds. But that's what a great book should have. So again, mood is how it makes you feel. So how a scene makes you feel. Ask yourself, can it be affected by the setting? And again, you guys, as a side note, pause this video. Use this as a tool. Read this over. So when you guys are filling out your reading jots, this is a great tool to have. So it can be affected by the setting. And you guys, the setting is what's going on around them. So whether that, like if you guys are thinking about Wish, that could be Aunt Bertha's house. It could be the mountains. It could be Colby and how it's kind of, there's not a lot of people there. It's kind of deserted. It's also looking at the weather. It's looking at, what nature is like too. Ask yourself, how does the author want me to feel if this was me during this scene? And then pay attention to the weather. Again, you guys, a great example is, and I know we keep making these connections, but look at Tiger Rising. Throughout that book, this scene is very dark. They do a lot of nights. It's very overcast, it's thundering, it's raining, because again, that's modeling or resembling how Rob feels inside. He feels alone, he feels sad, he feels just like no one's there. Okay, and this is very similar to Wish with Charlie, because that's how Charlie feels. She feels lonely. She feels like no one cares about her. She feels like she doesn't fit in anywhere. She's been so let down by every single person in her life that she's so full of hurt and pain and sadness. That's exactly what the weather is like. And so this is where we see that it's raining a lot in this book, that it's thundering out a lot, that it's really dark and they're outside and she's really thinking up at the stars of all the things that she doesn't have and all the things that she wishes that she does have. So I just put here, so an example from Wish, lightning in the background, raining coming down so hard that it bounces off the truck. So the mood, again, you guys, that you're asking yourself is dark, that it's lonely, that it's sad. And what I said here, the reason why the author is choosing this type of mood is to make you feel like how Charlie feels like in the inside. This is how Charlie feels inside. And again, you guys, being able to identify the mood, being able to give me examples of it, but then asking yourself why. So like if this was me, or if this was a scene that happened to me, how would you feel in that situation? So if you're finding out that your mom decided, you were a baby, your mom decided she didn't like her life and she just ups and leaves. She leaves you with your dad who has a temper, who's been kind of in and out of jail, leaves your sister, you're a baby, you can't even fend for yourself, you can't feed yourself, you can't, change your own diapers. How would that make you feel? That you're finding this out. And not only are you not finding this out from your own mom or your own dad, so you're kind of being lied to by those two, but you're finding this out from your aunt who you really don't know and you're just learning about. I would feel abandoned. I would feel so hurt. I would feel helpless. And I would really feel like, why is my mom still around? Did she ever want me? Was I a mistake? Does she blame me for things? Did I cause her to feel? Did I cause her to be depressed? To stay in her bathrobe? Why can't my mom be like Aunt Bertha? Why can't she actually be a mom like Mrs. Odom? So again, you guys, looking at this scene and seeing how this affects you internally, looking at the weather, looking at how the author actually wants you to feel. All right, goodbye.